Okay. All right. Now we can go on. It's been raining and thundering pretty hard this week, and I'm actually kind of happy because like I just like when it rains really hard. You know, like if it's just drizzling, I'm like In London, I get that all the time, but when it's like here in Switzerland, when it's just like pouring down, I'm just like yes, yeah. And then there's lightning and thunder in this. I'm just like the fuck. It got locked. I was trying to lean back and it just stopped. So I was just like, but yeah, no, I like that. You know what else I like? The Tyrant's Pretext. Okay, that's actually probably not anything I like at all, to be honest. But that's what the SCP is called, the Tyrant's Pretext. And we, oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be. This is a lengthier one, but let's go in. Let's go in. The subscribe button, please, if you will. Oh my god, I love. I'm always down when the logs get changed like this. Kingly item, His Majesty's SCP. That's definitely like that's a one. That's a 1,561. Yeah. Because M is 1,000, and then DL, I believe like L is like. Yeah. Yep. Royal Object Class, glorious. Regal Containment Decree. His Majesty SCP I'm just gonna say 1561 is currently being worn by King Data, the expunged within the kingdom of cyber darkness, to be guarded by at least 10 knights at all times. As His Majesty SCP-1561 poses a memetic hazard, all information regarding the royal crown is limited to level 4 aristocrats and above. Testing His Majesty's crown henceforth forbidden. This was the law of the Heretic Council before the days of Data the Redacted. See Royal Decree. Okay, still the same. See Royal Decree 1561-1, His Majesty's crown in all its magnificent glory. It does look kind of nice. It does look kind of nice, gotta say, that crown do be looking nice. Description. His Majesty SCP-1561 is a glorious golden crown wrought by the finest smith and crafted with the most expensive jewels in the land. The object's sorcery is cast when His Majesty's crown is spoken, worn, or inscribed about. When bestowed upon the unworthy head of a common male peasant, commoners who are within viewing distance shall see the unworthy wearer as the highest authority that they have ever met. These subjects are born anew when the king is crowned and thusly take upon himself new roles befitting of the previous stature. Gods become knights, scientists become royal scholars, and other commoners become peasants. Peasants under his rule shall also feel the rightly obligation to fashion a robe out of the finest material at hand, sometimes using their own filthy garments for the new righteous king to wear. Basically, yeah, it just makes whoever wears them the king, right? And everybody else acting like they are the king. Or queen. The newly crowned king also develops a magnificent sense of ruling, which empowers him to build a royal army of knights and establish his kingdom. The unworthy wearer shall also grow a glorious beard and mustache better befit his position. What about the women, eh? Do they just grow a beard and mustache? Like, oh! This effect wither away when the royal crown is willingly removed or when the unworthy subject dies. Men who have not directly witnessed the greatness of the royal crown can resist its resoluteness and are to be branded heretics, banished from the land, or otherwise executed at His Majesty's pleasure. Okay, that, yeah. Well, I mean, okay, object class is glorious, so but I think it would be considered Euclid, because, like, at the end, I mean, but even it's like teetering between Euclid and Keter, because, like, you can't avoid the effect. You can't avoid it, but the effect is very potent, and it can also easily still happen. So, inscriptions on any speech that regard His Majesty SCP-1561 also alter to befit the king's ascendant status. Mere knowledge of His Majesty SCP-1561 1 shall cause a compulsion to refer to the royal crown just as His Majesty's SCP-1561. It is also worthy to note that indirect reference to His Majesty's SCP-1561 negates this effect. Council Decree 1561-1 during frivolous testing upon His Majesty's crown, an unworthy decommoner placed His Majesty SB-1561 upon his head and subsequently ruled the Kingdom of Sight, redacted, for 3 months before he was beheaded during the Great Revelation. So it was upon that day that the Great Council of 05 decreed that an area of frivolous test shall be undertaken, lest another misfortune fall upon us. Royal Decree 1, as of last winter, on the day of first snow, a new king was crowned. All hail His Majesty's King, daily expunged. He who fights the shameful council of profligates, rule of the Kingdom of Sight redacted. Long live the king. No, this isn't the official SB report, but it's the best we can do at this point. All research data regarding His Majesty SB-1561 was deleted during Incident 2, and this was provided with Document 2 until Incident 2 is resolved. This will also have to suffice, Doctor. And we have Level 4 authorization required, which we just gonna hack that shit right open. Incident 1. On 2000, His Majesty SB-1561 was discovered missing from containment. Security tapes in the area on 2000 from 15 to 19 were found to be erased. When the guards assigned to the shift in that area were questioned, they became violent and attempted to harm several personnel. All but one subject could be subdued without use of lethal force, but committed suicide immediately after he was interviewed. Committed suicide immediately after he was interviewed. See Interview 1. These personnel were assumed under the influence of His Majesty SB-1561, effective immediately. Sight redacted. Is under lockdown until His Majesty SB-1561 is recovered. Update. The issue has been resolved and Sight redacted. Has resumed operation. Who authorized this? 05. Interview 1. So we have Sergeant White and Private White. Is that correct? Because I don't know. I assume that's correct. The following interview took place after Incident 1561. Sergeant White was captured. He refused to speak to any personnel and struggled against his restraints until his brother, Private White, was brought in an attempt to divulge information regarding His Majesty SB-1561. So we have Private and Sergeant, and that's, yeah, okay. So, the Private is his brother, so let me just... It's me. Stop doing that, you're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, come on, bro, snap out of it. You don't know the relief it is to speak to you, brother. I thought they would have killed you. Who would have killed me? You're not making any sense. The heretics. They're everywhere. The king was right. The king is always right. What heretics? What king? Snap out of it. Do you know where His Majesty's SB-1561 is? Where else, brother? Upon the head of the true king. I myself have witnessed its resolute glory. Soon the whole of this wretched side shall witness its glory as well. You shall see his glory too, and you shall believe. What do you mean? Where's the royal crown? Who is the true king? You shall soon enough know the glory of King Deadly expunged. Come on. You don't believe all that crap. His Majesty SB-1561 is controlling you. Just tell me what the royal crown is and we can... Pity. What? Pity that I won't be here to see the fall of the Heretic Council. Charlene looking directly at the security camera. As tempus... Oh god. As tempus nonce at peregrinus in... Oh god, whatever that shit is saying. Incipit vivat rex. And... Look, okay, Sergeant became unresponsive to further questioning from Private, who subsequently left. Security footage shows that Sergeant managed to free himself from his restraints and ram his head against the wall several times, causing a fatal concussion. Ooh. I mean, that takes some devotion. Yeah. Translation of the phrases spoken at the end produced the lines, "The time is now, the crusade has begun, Long live the king. The exact purpose of these lands is unknown at this time. Well, we have level 5 authorization required. We can see if there's anything important to add. Document 1. The following was faxed to Dr. at site 19. Site redacted. Is compromised. All personnel are under the influence of His Majesty. The Crown sent help. I'm locked inside central control. Not a lot of time. Was able to put the site on lockdown from here. Skips are safe for now. Unintelligible. And to use unintelligible. The O5 lured person unintelligible. Border room unintelligible. King Data the expunged unintelligible. Down there for months. Don't look direct unintelligible. Realm mirrors and video work. They know unintelligible. It's outside. I can see through the monitor. I will destroy the console after the console after I send the unintelligible. Hurry, Doctor redacted. Incident 2. Based on the information given in the document, Site 1, Site redacted, has been compromised. Most, if not all personnel of Site redacted are under the influence of His Majesty SB-1561, which is being used by an unknown person to aid in an insurgency against the O5 Council. Mobile Task Force 810, aka Sino Evil, was sent in to recover His Majesty SB-1561, but was unsuccessful and lost most of its members, who are currently being psychologically evaluated. Efforts are to be focused on containing Site redacted and prevention of His Majesty's SB-1561's influence from spreading. Any personnel coming out of Site redacted are to be tranquilized and treated with Class C amnestics. Until further notice, personnel are not to attempt to communicate with anyone within, or look directly at the site as it poses a meme to hazard. Update. On 2000, 5 months after Site redacted was deemed compromised, Document 2 was found tied to a rabbit along with SCP and an SCP report regarding His Majesty SB-1561. Document 2 is proposed treaty between the O5 Council and the supposed Kingdom of Site redacted, written by the king himself. The presence of SCP and textual evidence seem to indicate that several SCP containments have been breached. The document was sent to Overseer Headquarters for verification. Document 2. Greetings, Council. I do hope this letter reaches you in good health, and that you bear no ill will towards my kingdom or its people. I understand that you might harbor resentment towards me, but I find that of little consequence. I beseech you to try not to think me a tyrant, but as an ally in the fight against a greater enemy, or our shared enemy. What I am proposing is a treaty between our factions. My kingdom of Site redacted will continue in its original capacity, and I will agree to receive orders from the council, and in exchange you cease all attempts to invade my kingdom or harm its people. The details can be drawn at a later date, but these terms will be the foundation of our mutual partnership. As a symbol of my goodwill, I have fastened this creature, along with a document written by one of my scribes detailing the attribute of my most royal crown. Mind you, not all reports we produce will be written in this manner. It's just an effect my regalia has on my subjects. I shall send a draft of our treaty next winter on the first full moon. Please do not try to fool me. I still have many objects of sorcery, and there aren't many a man who would gladly die for me, within and without the kingdom. The most glorious king Data the Expunged, rule of the kingdom of Site redacted. This one was a lot of fun. I always love SCPs that like change the logs completely, like how it's written. But I also love this idea of just like a crown, and suddenly everybody's like, "Your Majesty, my liege, my lord. This peasant, he thinks he can come up to you like this. Shall we execute him?" And everybody's like, "You shall." And everybody's like, "Yep, you heard the king. You heard him." Okay. No, that was a good one. I like that one.